Ever been sitting peacefully with your cat, enjoying some quality cuddle time, when, chomp, they sink their teeth into you? Before you take it personally or start Googling, "Why does my cat hate me?" hold on. That bite might not mean what you think. Cats are master communicators, but they don't always use meows to get their point across. Sometimes it's all in the teeth. From love bites to back off warnings, every nibble has a secret message behind it. So if you've ever wondered what your feline friend is trying to say, let's decode the mystery together. Let's get started. Playful affection is one of the most misunderstood forms of cat biting. When a cat gently nibbles on a hand or finger, it's often their unique way of saying, "You're part of my inner circle." These so-called love bites usually happen during relaxed bonding moments, while being petted, cuddled, or even mid-play. The pressure is light, without the sharp sting of aggression, and there's rarely any sign of hostility. Of course, some cats get carried away and turn the love nibble into a full chomp, as if they momentarily forgot you're not a chew toy from the pet store. But affection has its limits. When gentle play tips over into irritation, the mood changes fast. That's where overstimulation comes in, and it's a very different kind of bite. Cats often bite during petting sessions, not out of spite, but because they've reached their sensory limit, a phenomenon called petting-induced aggression. While humans enjoy long strokes, cats have sensitive nerve endings that can quickly go from pleasurable to overwhelming. Signs like a twitching tail, flattened ears, or sudden muscle tension is a signal they're overstimulated. Ignoring these cues may lead to a warning nip or a full bite. To prevent this, you should observe your cat's body language and keep petting sessions short. Plus, it focuses on preferred spots like the cheeks or chin. If the cat tenses up, it's best to pause and let them walk away. If you've got a kitten, grab a screenshot right now. You'll want to remember these tips when the teething tornado hits. Next up, when your cat's inner predator takes over. Teething in kittens is a perfectly normal stage, though it can make them tiny bite machines. Between the ages of 3 to 6 months, kittens lose their baby teeth and grow their adult set. This process can cause gum discomfort, so they instinctively bite and chew to relieve it. Hands, furniture, shoelaces, nothing is safe. A kitten doesn't care that your hand isn't a chew toy. To them, it's just conveniently attached to their favorite human. Providing safe chew toys, like soft rubber or specially designed kitten teething rings, can help save your fingers. Consistent redirection is key, so they learn what's chew-approved and what's not. Once their adult teeth settle in, the biting often lessens, unless it becomes a habit. And that's when things can get interesting. But sometimes, it's about getting your full, undivided attention, whether you're ready or not. Sometimes a cat bite is simply a demand for attention. Cats are clever creatures, and if a gentle paw tap or loud meow doesn't pull their human away from that glowing rectangle called a phone, a quick nip will usually do the trick. This behavior often develops when the cat learns that biting gets results, whether that's a cuddle, a head scratch, or at the very least, a dramatic human reaction. The bite may be gentle, almost like they're saying, "Hey, I'm here, remember me?" Or it can be a little more persuasive. You can reduce attention-seeking bites by setting aside regular playtime, providing interactive toys, and acknowledging your feline friend before she has to send a toothy reminder. Of course, sometimes that "notice me" nip is about food and hunger demands. When a cat bites because of hunger, it's not subtle. This is the feline equivalent of banging a dinner plate on the table. Cats are natural hunters, and in the wild, mealtime requires action, stalking, pouncing, and yes, using those sharp little teeth. At home, this instinct sometimes translates into a quick nip at the owner's hand or ankle, especially if the food bowl is empty or mealtime is running late. Drop your cat's mealtime in the comments. We want to see what time of day the "feed me now" bite happens the most. Most of you might have noticed this behavior more in the mornings or right before scheduled feeding times. The best solution is to anticipate these hunger-driven moments and redirect them with toys or, of course, timely meals. But sometimes it's about a mind under pressure. Stress and anxiety can turn even the sweetest kitty into a furry ball of fangs. When a cat feels threatened, maybe there's a loud vacuum roaring, a stranger in the house, or the scent of another animal. They might bite as a defensive reflex. Some cats hide when stressed, but others use a bite to create instant space. Stress bites are usually quick, sharp, and followed by a retreat, almost as if they're thinking, "Job done, human backed off." The key is identifying the stress triggers and giving them a safe, quiet space. Over time, Reducing anxiety can help prevent those unexpected nips. And yes, for some cats, you might be the stress trigger. Another reason for a bite could maybe a redirected aggression. One of the most misunderstood reasons behind a cat's sudden bite is redirected aggression. It happens when something upsets the cat, like spotting another feline trespasser outside the window or hearing a strange noise, and they can't reach the actual source of their frustration. Instead, they turn their pent-up energy onto the nearest moving target, which often happens to be you, their beloved human being. Bad timing. You might notice their tail lashing, ears pinned back, or intense focus before the bite. To handle this, avoid picking them up or trying to comfort them. It's best to give the cat some space until they calm down. Plus, break their focus by blocking their view of the trigger. Coming up, sometimes it's not about frustration at all. It's a cry for help due to pain or illness. Before we move on, share this video with that one friend whose cat turns into a furry MMA fighter for no reason at all. If your cat suddenly bites you when you touch a certain area, they might be in pain. Cats are experts at hiding discomfort, so a bite could be their way of saying, "Hey, that hurts." Common issues include arthritis, especially in older cats, dental pain, or even an injury you can't see. For example, if your cat usually loves belly rubs but snaps when you touch their side, they could have an underlying issue like an infection or a sore muscle. Watch for other signs: flinching, excessive grooming in one spot, or avoiding movement. Schedule a vet visit to rule out medical problems. Early detection can prevent worse health issues, and your cat will thank you with fewer bites. Sometimes a bite is pure instinct, especially for mother cats. Sometimes it's all about a maternal instinct when a cat suddenly bites you after you've done absolutely nothing wrong. Mother cats use gentle bites to carry kittens, keep them in line, or signal that it's time to behave. Even if your cat has never had kittens, those instincts can still surface, and you might just be the oversized kitten in their eyes. The bite isn't meant to hurt, but to send a clear feline message: "I'm in charge here, and you need to settle down." It's her way of setting boundaries without escalating to a real fight. To avoid triggering this response, respect her body language. If she tenses up, flattens her ears, or flicks her tail, give her space. Redirecting her with toys if she seems restless, and avoiding punishing her, as that can confuse her. Remember, she's not being mean, she's just following instincts that tell her to protect herself and you in her own quirky way. And speaking of being in charge, some bites are less or more about protecting what's theirs. Ever notice your cat giving you the glare when you sit in their favorite chair? That's a warning. Cats are highly territorial creatures. Territory is life, and even our domesticated fluff balls still carry that instinct. Certain spots, like their bed, a sunny window perch, or even you, are considered prime real estate. When someone, human or otherwise, invades, the cat may respond with a defensive nip to reclaim their space. It's about maintaining boundaries. And unlike human neighbors, cats don't leave passive-aggressive notes, they leave teeth marks. Real quick, comment your cat's claimed spot in the house. Is it a chair, a bed, or your laptop? Sometimes a cat's bite is also about helping you get clean. Your cat licks you lovingly, then suddenly sinks their tiny teeth into your skin? That's grooming behavior. In the feline world, mutual grooming is how cats bond and show affection. Along with licking, gentle nibbling helps remove dirt, tangles, and even fleas from their companions. The important part is that these bites are usually light, controlled, and paired with purring or relaxed body language. It's a quirky but sweet sign of trust. Pay attention to their body language. Relaxed purring means they're content, while a twitching tail signals it's time to back off. To encourage gentle behavior, reward them with slow pets or verbal praise when they're soft, but stop it if they get too rough. Remember, even grooming bites are their way of saying, "You're mine," just on their terms. But sometimes that bite isn't about cleanliness at all. It's the ancient hunter in them waking up. Cats may look like cuddly little marshmallows, but deep down they are skilled hunters. Predatory instinct is hardwired into their DNA, thanks to thousands of years of stalking, pouncing, and catching prey. Even the fluffiest lap cat has moments when a moving hand suddenly looks like a tasty mouse. This type of bite happens often during high-energy play, especially if the prey, aka you, moves too quickly or unpredictably. The pounce-bite combo isn't aggression, it's their way of keeping those hunting skills sharp. While it's charming to think your cat sees you as part of their wild adventures, it's a little less charming when you need a band-aid afterward. Now the question is how to react without turning playtime into a war zone. When a cat sinks its teeth into you, the instinct might be to shout, "Hey!" and pull away, but that's about as effective as arguing with a teenager. It only fuels the drama. Instead, the best reaction starts with staying calm. Sudden movements or loud reactions can make the cat feel more threatened, which may lead to more biting. If the bite is gentle and playful, redirecting to a toy is the safest move. For more serious bites, it's important to stop interaction immediately, giving the cat space to cool down. Avoid punishment at all costs. Swatting, yelling, or spraying water doesn't solve the problem. It just convinces the cat that you are an unpredictable, oversized predator. Instead, watch for the warning signs, twitching tails, pinned ears, or dilated pupils, and step back before the bite happens. So there you have it, the secret language of cats decoded. Every nibble, chomp, and ankle ambush is just their way of saying something to you. If you survived one of these messages, drop your battle story in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more cat wisdom, because the next time your cat bites, you'll want to know if it's just love or just a very polite threat.